A recent BBC report confirmed what I have been fearing and warning about for some time now, that the UK car sector could disappear without government help. Former Chief Operating Officer of Nissan and former Chief Executive of Aston Martin, Dr. Andy Palmer, is now chairman of battery firm Innovat. He confirmed that car firms could leave the UK without government subsidies, such as the US is providing to its car companies, and which the EU is also consulting on to save its motor industry. You are into a period of either you compete or you manage the decline of the British industry down to fundamentally next to zero, he warned. We've already seen Honda pull out of manufacturing in Swindon in the wake of Brexit after losing the free trade agreements with Europe with the loss of 3,500 jobs. But now with acute supply issues, tumultuous few years during the pandemic and since, and the demand to transition to zero-emission electric cars, there is a major upheaval and transformation going on in the global car industry. Ford has also announced cutbacks, admitting that it will lose up to 40% of its workforce as it makes the move to electric vehicles. With further pressures on car ownership in the UK, including LTNs, 15-minute cities, lower 20 miles per hour speed limits in towns, and a general push to get motorists to abandon cars for public transport, cycling or walking instead, there is further pressure on car companies. In December last year, the number of new cars made in the UK sank to its lowest level since 1956. It's interesting that that decade is mentioned, as during the 1950s the UK was the largest exporter of cars to the world, and it was the second largest car maker on the planet after America. And while it's nowhere near the automotive colossus it once was, the car industry still forms a massive part of the nation's manufacturing economy. In fact, did you know that automotive-related manufacturing contributes £67 billion turnover and £14 billion added value to the UK economy? It also invests around £3 billion a year in research and development for new technologies. More than 30 manufacturers build over 70 models of vehicle in the UK, supported by 2,500 component providers. Over 182,000 people are employed in manufacturing, but there are some 780,000 working across the wider automotive industry in general. About 859,000 cars, 73,000 commercial vehicles and 1.6 million engines were made in the UK in 2021. 80% of the cars made here are exported to 150 countries worldwide. This accounts for 10% of total UK exports, generating £77 billion of trade. You're getting the picture, right? Even today, the auto industry generates huge amounts of money for the economy and provides somewhere over 1 million jobs if you take peripheral industries into account. Frankly speaking, the government needs to step in and take decisive action to save the industry. And the auto industry itself needs to step up and make a stand to safeguard the future of cars, jobs, and by implication, all motorists. I say this: stop demonizing cars. Stop the negative propaganda. Let's get consumers and the next generation excited about cars again, and let's move to save automotive innovation, research, development, design, engineering, and manufacturing in Britain before it's too late.
Brown car guy.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit the like button and share this video as well if you can. And while you're at it, check out these guys who also sponsor my content. I am deeply grateful to them because it helps me to buy new equipment, put fuel in the cars, and yes, buy a cup of coffee. You can do the same. Just go here or right here on YouTube. Just hit these 3 little dots down here and click on thanks. Make sure you're signed in first. My content is free, but this is how you can help me keep it that way. I may even send you a gift. Oh, by the way, watch this next.